In left field, number 34,
back, everybody. We have game number... What game number is this, Adam?
Number 25,
17?
Catching, number 17, Brendan Hagerman.
17.
Game number 17 this afternoon between the Tavistock Merchants and the Owen Selects. Both teams undefeated at 4-0.
And in center field, number 36,
should be in for a good one here.
Our umpires for this game at home plate, Andrew Godin from New Brunswick. At first base, Jean-Claude Boisvert from Ontario. And down at third base, Marcel St. Jean from Quebec. Leading off now for the Owen Sound Selects, the third baseman, number 24, Owen Torrey.
Ty Boyd on the bump. Owen Torrey to lead things off. And down goes the mic. That's okay. Ball inside. Ball down. 2-1. Oh, sorry, 3-0. Four-pitch walk to start the game.
Now batting the first baseman, number 67, Curtis Retz.
Curtis roots up. Owen Torrey on first. Squares to bunt. Misses. Torrey gets back to first. Gets the sign. Jumps out of the way of that one, up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Roots puts it into the air. Mitch McKay camped under it at short. 1 away.
Now batting the left fielder, number 34, Clay Dolbeer.
Brings Dolbear to the plate. 1 out and 1 on. Change-up's in there for a strike. First game of the day for both these teams. A little bit of sun, a little bit of cloud. The breeze seems to have picked up as well, Adam.
Yes, it's cooling things off quite nicely on a humid day here in Carp.
Lefty Ty Boyd pulled down the third base. On to first for the second out of the inning. Owen Torrey advances to second. A little slow roller there down to third.
Now batting the pitcher, number 7, Wade Kawagishek.
Wade Kawagishek gets set here. Torrey on second. Boyd delivers. Lets it go up for ball 1. Ball 2 inside. Two-0 count here. See if Kiwagishi can find a pitch he likes and drive. Runner on second. Boyd delivers. Ball's up. Gets past, and ON2 scampers down to third. 3-0 count. See if Kiwagishi gets the green light here. He does, and he rips one past the diving third baseman, and ON2 scores. 1-0 selects. Good piece of hitting, pushing that ball.
Number 25, Brady Hogue.
Brings Brady Hogue to the dish with 2 outs. Kiwagishi on first. Boyd with a nice change for first pitch strike. Rise ball out of the zone for ball 1. Boyd delivers up and in for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two outs, Kiwagishi on first. Hogue looks at ball 3. Three-one count. Boyd delivers. Hogue fouls it back into the screen. Pushes the count full. And with 2 outs, Kiwagishi should be on the move.
Brady's a big man there in the batter's box there, Ryan.
He is, and he's fooled by that changeup to end the inning. Boyd limits the damage to 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. Top of the first, Wade Kiwagishig towing the rubber for the Owen Sound Selects. Mason McKay leading things off. First pitch swing, push to short. Good scoop at first for the out. One pitch, one out.
Now batting the second baseman, number 16, Sam Bowman.
Sam Bowman at the plate. Kiwagishig leans, delivers. Ball's up and out. 3-0 count. And Kiwagishig trying to get settled in on the mound, find his footing. That one's in there for a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. Sam Bowman trying to get things started for the Tavistock Merchants. Pushes that one into the fence for strike 2. If anyone's tuned into the live stream and can help us at all if we're mispronouncing any names, we always appreciate that help. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Hit to short, scooped on to first for the second out of the inning.
2 nice plays by Tucker Firth so far here in the bottom of the first.
Now batting the shortstop, number 14, Mitch McKay.
Brings Mitch McKay up. 2 out, nobody on. Kiwagishig delivers. Turns on it. Deep to right center. Yard can't come up with it. And Mitch McKay's in there with a stand-up triple.
Now batting the right fielder.
Kay put a sting into that one, just didn't quite have enough, but he ends up with a stand-up triple. Merchants in business with 2 outs. Derek Erb at the plate. Has a look at strike 1. Kiwagishig sets, delivers, change up, beautiful change up. Fools Herb for strike 2. (0-2) count. 2 outs. Kiwagishig trying to get out of trouble here with a runner on third. Delivers. Another changeup fools him for strike 3, swinging.
What a great change.
After 1 complete, scores Owen Sound 1, Tavistock Merchants 0.
Leading off for Owen Sound, the catcher, number 17, Brendan Hagerman.
Top of the second, Brendan Hagerman, who had himself a day yesterday, leading things off for the Owen Sound Selects.
Hagerman's one of the many Napanee-bred players that play for Owen Sound Selects.
Had himself a no-doubt 2-run home run yesterday. And home plate umpire Andrew Godin's first trip to the mound. Have a chat with Ty Boyd. I'm not sure if it's the pause or the shoot. Didn't quite see that pitch.
Andrew's living out in New Brunswick now, but he lived for quite a period of time here in the Ottawa area and officiated a lot of games in the local intermediate men's circuit.
That one's up and out of the zone. Hagerman fouls that one off himself for dead ball. That one's up and out of the zone. 2-2 count. Two-two pitch pulled down the third baseline and on to first for the first out of the inning.
Nice play by Thomas Baker there to make the out.
Now batting, the right fielder.
Seen a lot of great
Matt
infield
Fisher.
and outfield play so far this week, and there's a reason these players are at this level right now. Dead ball, illegal pitch, ball one. Boyd did get his warning, last batter. Skips that one in for ball two. That one's fouled off for strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sorry, I think it might be 2-1. Might be mistaken there. Sorry, apologies. Foul ball made me flinch and forget the count. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Boyd. In there for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mac Fisher looking to get on base and get things started for the Owen Sound Selects in the top of the second. Turns on that one, puts it up. And out of play. Two-two count. Boyd delivers. Up and in for ball 3. Ball 4. Fisher draws the 1-out walk.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 22, Tucker Furr.
Took a first at the dish. 1 out. Mac Fisher on first. Squares, pulls back. Strike called on the pitch.
First another
0-1
member
count.
of that. I'm sorry, Ryan. First another member of that Napanee connection that plays for Owen Sound.
One pitch on the way. Firth swings through that one for strike 2. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way from Boyd. Strike 3. Ball is thrown away into right field, and Mac Fisher advances to second. Firth down looking on strikes.
Now batting the second baseman, number 11, Mitch McComb.
Mitch McComb up with 2 outs. Mac Fisher on second. Boyd delivers. Change up down in the dirt. Nice block by Calvin Monroe to keep it in front of him. Keep Mac Fisher at second. One 0 pitch on the way here from Ty Boyd, sorry. In there for a strike. 1-1. McComb skies that one into center. Camped under was Mason McKay for the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, no hits. 1 error, 1 left on base. 1-0 selects. Bottom of the second, Noah Baker leading things off for the Tavistock Merchants. Wade Kiwagishig sets.
As I think I mentioned yesterday, Ryan, Noah's from a softball family. His brother Thomas is also on this team. His brother Jonathan works at the Softball Ontario office, and his dad's coaching first base right now, Gary.
Swings through that one. 1-1 count. Bounces that one in. 2-1 count. 2-1 pitch on the way. Skied up. Might be playable. That one came down right next to us and out of play. Two count on Noah Baker. Going to get things started for the Tavistock Merchants here in the bottom of the second. Goes down swinging. 1 out.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 49, Thomas Baker.
Thomas is a member of Team Ontario, Ryan, that'll be playing at the Canada Summer Games later this month. There's about, by my calculations, 8 players in between the two teams in the lineup today that are on Team Ontario.
Healthy showing by Team Ontario. Puts that one up. And out. Home run, Thomas Baker. Puts the Merchants on the board and ties the game at 1 apiece.
Really seemed to hang up in the air there, Ryan. It didn't look like it had the legs to get out, but indeed it did.
Certainly didn't. Looked like it was going to be a routine fly. The yard didn't think so either, and it just kept carrying and carrying.
Now batting, the catcher, number 22, Calvin Monroe.
Monroe has some power as well. Changeup, Monroe sits back, but isn't quite able to do enough with that one. Allegedly, quite the catch made by a Greater Ottawa fastball player out in the stands in left center on that home run. Don't have a replay to confirm it, but did receive a text here in the booth saying that the catch had been made. Pitch on the way. Changeup's up. Kiwagishi seemed to slip on his landing there. Trying to pack the mound down on his landing, his plant foot.
2 balls, 1 strike.
2-1 count. To Calvin Monroe. 3 brother combos in the Tavistock lineup today. Nice backhanded stab at second and on to first for the second out of the inning.
McComb with a nice defensive
now
play there.
The first baseman, number 96, Brett Monroe.
Pitch just misses. One 0 count, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the second. 1 run in. Oh-2 pitch on the way. Sorry, 1-1 pitch on the way. Push back up the middle. Combe tries to get to it, isn't quite able to get it. Monroe's in there with a single.
Now batting, the DP, number 99, Reese Yancey.
Yancey would generally be regarded as the ace of the pitching staff for Tavistock, but he's in the lineup for this game, Ryan, just for his bat.
See if he can wake it up here. His first at bat looks at strike one. Did throw a great game on, I believe it was Tuesday night. I watched him down the left field line and just into foul territory. Breeze is picking up here. Adam, looks like it's maybe blowing in from right. See if that's a factor at some point in the game here. Yancey fouls another one off, staying alive. Sets, 0-2 pitch on the way. Up and out of the zone for ball one. Yancey did well to lay off that one. Leans, fires, rip past the second baseman. Monroe holds at second, Yancey with the single.
Good effort by McComb there, but that's definitely a single. It's a tough ball to get to.
That was solidly hit.
Mason McKay.
Brings us back to the top of the order, and Mason McKay, looking at the wrong lineup there. Mason McKay, runners at first and second. Guagishig still has 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Delivers. Popped up to right. Drops in. Yancey scores. Monroe scores. Yancey scores. Mason McKay at third with a stand-up triple.
Now batting,
looked like Mac Fisher backed up on that one to start and couldn't quite catch up to it when he realized it wasn't as deep as he had originally thought.
The wind seems to be playing some tricks out there, Ryan. That it looked like a routine fly, and then it went until it didn't.
That one's up, but if anyone's been tuned in over the course of the week, we have talked about the favorable bounces that the carp backstop will give you here. And that was another one that Hagerman was able to scoop up. Guagishig delivers, pushed to short, and on for the third out of the inning. After 2 complete, score stands at Tavistock Merchants 3, the Owen Sound Selects 1. Back to the top of the order for the Owen Sound Selects. Owen Torrey leading things off. Top of the third inning. Ty Boyd still on the rubber for the Tavistock Merchants. Pitch deemed illegal. Ball one.
Torrey walked in his first plate appearance. Ended up scoring a run, the only run of the game so far for Owen Sound. Torrey's also a member of Team Ontario. I believe he's from Williamsford, up near the Owen Sound area.
As you said, between these two lineups, no shortage of Team Ontario players. Team Saskatchewan players last game. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Up and out of the zone for ball two. Boyd sets, 2-0 pitch. Up and in for ball three. That one's in there for a strike, 3-1. Boyd takes a second to compose himself. Looks in and gets a sign. Strike two. 3-2 count here to Torrey. Looking to get on base and get things started for the selects again. Time is called. Monroe out to talk to Ty Boyd. Make sure he's okay here. Still 3-2 count, nobody out. Top of the third. Torrey at the dish, Boyd delivers. Torrey pushes it short. On to first, the first out of the inning. Nice scoop there by Mitch McKay at short. Threw on the run to get the speedy Owen Torrey at first.
Now batting the first baseman, number 67, Curtis Roots.
Brings Curtis Roots to the plate. Looks at ball one. One-0 pitch on the way. Inside for ball two. Here's a 2-0 pitch. Ball three. Three-0 count to Roots. Probably not going to be swinging. Looks at strike one. Here's a 3-1 pitch from Boyd. Root swings, pushes it to left. Caught and retired for the second out of the inning.
Now batting,
Noah Baker kind of took a step back on that and then
Clay Dolbear.
didn't have to move. Clay Dolbear at the dish, 2 outs.
Dolbear's the third batter in a row in this lineup for Owen Sound, who plays for Team Ontario.
Strike on the outside corner. 0-2 count. Favor of Boyd. Let's see if he can get himself a 1-2-3 inning and take the Merchants back on the sticks here. Ball up. 1-2 count. Skips that one in for ball 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
2 outs here in the top of the third for the Selects. 2-2 count. Boyd just outside with that one. Pushes the count to full.
He's gone from an 0-2 count against a strong hitter to a full count. It changes the dynamic here most definitely.
3-2 pitch. Down for ball 4. Great at bat by Dolbear there.
It was.
Now batting, the pitcher.
Brings up
7,
Wade Kiwagishig, who slapped a single to the opposite field for an RBI in his first plate appearance. Watches that one go by for called strike. 0-1 count. 2 outs, the runner on first base. Sits back on that changeup, pulls it to right, but on a rope. Derek Erb camped under that one and tires aside. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on base. After 2.5, the score remains 3-1 Merchants. All right, we're back. Tavistock Merchants in the bottom of 3. Mitch McKay, Derek Erb, and Noah Baker to lead things off.
McKay had a triple in the first inning, but he was stranded. McKay's a member of Team Ontario, as mentioned, several of the players in this game are, and he's actually a resident of Tavistock, repping his hometown here in the U23s.
Pushes that one past the shortstop for a single. Diving attempt there by Tucker Firth, but he couldn't quite get it.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 27, Derek Erb.
Coverage just keeps getting better thanks to the guys in the booth, Adam.
They're doing a heck of a job. All we have to do is talk. They do all the whole hard work to make this possible.
Comment there on the Facebook, you were saying people enjoying the new center field camera that we just put up.
Yeah, thanks Jordan Hamilton for your comment. The boys in the truck here really appreciate the feedback.
Big shout out to Sheldon and Sean here. One 1-0 pitch on the way. Good pitch right there for strike one. Bottom of three. Mitch McKay at first, nobody out. Kugishig misses with that one outside.
Wade used to pitch for the Shallow Lake U19 team, Ryan, and they were a pretty good squad back then, but as the teams sort of load up for the U23 level, he joined the Owen Sound franchise here.
McKay goes on the hit and run. Pushed down the left field line, just about 2 feet foul, if that. Probably would have scored McKay.
Both McKays have wheels, that's for sure.
Good piece of hitting by Herb there, just pushed it a little foul. See if you can straighten it out here. Kugishig sets and delivers. Changeup sits back on it. Not quite enough, and Mac Fisher able to get under that one for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, left fielder, number 7, Noah Baker.
Hit and run on. Partial hit and run, going first to third. McKay's in there. He is. Ball gets away, but he's going to stay put. Noah Baker, the single and advances on the throw.
That was a nice piece of hitting by Noah Baker. He'd struck out early in the game, and
now batting,
he's a strong stick, so
number 49,
I'm sure he was pleased to put one in play hard there. Bringing up his brother Thomas now, who mashed a home run to left center field last inning.
It's kind of a, I call it a hit and run. McKay was kind of halfway to second and then stopped, went. It was a bit different, but certainly an effective hit and run. Tavistock in business with runners at second and third.
Seems to be a little acrimony there between first base ump J.C. Boisvert and the Owen Sound bench. I'm not sure exactly what the issue is, but he did admonish them for some verbiage coming from the bench.
Here's Thomas Baker, as stated, home run in his last at bat. Swings through that one for strike one. Not sure if Kugishig and Hagerman crossed each other up there. Just a sign. Rocks and fires. Baker pushes that one up the middle. He's going to cash the 2 runners.
Now batting the catcher, number 22, Calvin Monroe.
Thomas, who just drove in those 2 runs, he was actually winner of the Softball Canada Claude Deschamps Award scholarship back in 2019. So a scholar and an athlete.
Changeup misses up. Cue Gishik. Monroe hoping to change the score once again. Score sits at 5-1 Tavistock. Swings on that one and fouls it back here out of play.
Owen Sound would have some options for pitching, I guess. Ryan, you were speaking with Wade's parents prior to the game, and I think they indicated that the selects had 5 arms that they could go to on this team.
Yes. We've seen a couple of them so far. Riley Mannion. As the pitch is fouled off again.
I know Owen Torrey definitely is able to pitch.
And I'm trying to remember.
Put you on the spot there, Ryan. I'm sorry.
No, Mulvey threw yesterday.
Yeah, Mac Mulvey, he can pitch as well. Absolutely.
He threw a great game.
So there's 4. If anybody on the live stream
Ball
knows who the
just
5th one is
outside.
that we've missed, feel free to let us know.
One, 2 count here on Monroe with 1 out. Thomas Baker on first. Kugishik sets, fires. Takes the sure out at 1. Baker advances to second.
Now batting the first baseman, number 96, Brett Monroe.
Monroe singled and scored a run in his first appearance at the plate earlier this game, Ryan.
Seeing if he can score a run here with Thomas Baker on second. A 1-0 count. 2 down. Pitch is in there for a strike. Monroe sits back on that changeup, able to spoil it. Pushes the count to 1-2.
One ball, 2 strikes. One.
Thomas Baker still on second, 2 outs. Pitch on the way. Monroe just able to get a piece of it to spoil it off.
Yep, good hang there by Monroe.
Stay alive here in the at-bat. One-two pitch to Brett Monroe. Thomas Baker on second. Kugishik rocks, fires. Ball down.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
2-2 count here. Kugishik delivers. Monroe goes down swinging. Kugishik in the selects out of trouble. After 3 complete, score is Tavistock Merchants 5, the Owen Sound Selects 1.
Yeah, is he still down there?
Top of the fourth, Brady Hogue leading things off for the Owen Sound Selects, followed by Brendan Hagerman and Mac Fisher.
Speaking of Mac Fisher, I think I figured it out, Ryan. I believe Mac Fisher is the 5th person that can pitch for the Owen Sound Selects.
This was the reason they give us those programs, Adam.
Yes, $5 well spent.
Ty Boyd delivers. Ball up. Hogue pushes that one into left on the hop. Gets things started with a leadoff single for the Owen Sound Selects.
I think now, Ryan, would be a good time to mention Alterna Savings, the title sponsor for the Softball Canada Under-23 Men's Championship here in Carp.
Brendan Hagerman.
They've been a great supporter of the event, helping make it possible. Thanks, Alterna Savings.
While we're at it, we'll also thank the 1840s General Store Bakery. That one's lined for hop, sorry, on the hop. Out at second. Hagerman's in there at first. Alice's Village Cafe and Purple Potties Environmental Services.
Now batting the right fielder, number 29, Mac Fisher.
All right, right fielder Mac Fisher at the dish. 1 out. Hagerman at first on the fielder's choice. Fisher turns on that one, pulls it foul. Drew a walk last inning, or last at bat, sorry, and advanced to second. Oh, 0-2 count here on Fisher. Hagerman at first and 1 out. Oh, beautiful changeup by Boyd to get Fisher.
Now batting the shortstop, number 22.
Also replace Hagerman on the 2-out catcher rule. Tucker Firth at the plate.
Firth Cade looking back in the second inning, Ryan. But I think as a Team Ontario player, he's certainly a candidate to move the runner around.
Having a good look at a couple pitches out of the zone. Looks pretty comfortable in there. Let's see if he can draw the walk here with the 3-0 count. Ball 4 inside. Brings up Mitch McComb. Runners on first and second.
Number 11, Mitch McComb.
2 out here in the top of the 4th inning for the Owen Sound Selects.
McComb flew out to center field in his previous at-bat.
Great time for a hit. Changeup fools him. He drops in for a strike. Pulled down to third. Baker steps on the base and ends the inning, and any threat to the selects here in the top of the fourth.
The draw will be today before the last game.
Bottom of the fourth here, Adam, you want to announce the changes that we've just had?
Coach Jamie Simpson just came in. It was a defensive change only, but he let us know that Brady Hogue, the designated player, is now going to go play right field. And with that designated player rule, you have a lot of flexibility where that person could do. Sit on the bench and just hit only, go into the field, and they're electing to use Hogue in right field.
The first pitch in the inning. Change up fools them. Adam, if I'm not mistaken, the DP can go into any defensive position so long as they don't change spots in the batting order. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes. They can play in the field at the same time as the flex player. They can just hit for the flex player.
Great play by Hagerman. Yancey drove it into the soft ground in front of home plate, and Hagerman jumped up and threw him out at first.
We should mention now, Gary Baker has a discussion with umpire Andrew Godin. While they're discussing, I'd just like to mention the support of the Carp Fair and the Carp Agricultural Society. We're here on the Carp Fairgrounds. The fair will be held September 22nd to 25th. It's the best little fair in Canada. Come check it out if you've never been. Great time. Shout out to my good friend and neighbor, Krista Jeffries, is the president of the ladies' side this year. And, of course, Brent Paulson, the president of the men's side. Thanks for your support, Brent and Krista.
Change up misses up, I'm guessing, for a first pitch ball. One out, a 1-0 count. Top of the order, Mason McKay. Pushes one down the first base line and just out of play before anyone could get there. Here's the 1-1 pitch to McKay. McKay turns on that one, pushes it deep to left, and just over the fence for a home run. Wondered if Dolbear was going to be able to get to that one, but pushes it out for a 6-1 lead.
Now batting the second baseman, number 16, Sam Bowman.
Sam Bowman at the dish. 1 out and 1 run in so far for the Tavistock Merchants. Change up in the zone. Misses for ball 1. Owen's in there for a swinging strike, pushes count to 1-1. See if Kiwagisha can settle down after that home run. Rise ball's up and out of the zone.
Two balls, 1 strike. Come on here.
Here's a 2-1 pitch from Kiwagishig. Changeup pushed back up the middle into center, and Sam Bowman's got himself a single.
Now, Ryan, I don't have my glasses on, but I do believe that is Mac Fisher warming up in the bullpen for the Owen Sound Selects.
I don't need glasses, but you are correct. Number 29. Warming up down the right field line. Mitch McKay at the plate. Sam Bowman at first. Ball outside. 1-0.
Mitch McKay's hitting well today, Ryan. He's got a triple in the first inning, and he had a single and scored a run in the third.
That one's pushed back up the middle as well. Bowman goes first to third, and McKay's got himself a single.
That's one of those plays, Ryan, where it could go one of either way. It could be a single that bounces through the center, through the middle of the diamond, or it could be picked up by the middle infielder at a double play ball. But all the bounces are going Tavi's way, so of course
timeout here.
The grass.
Might see that change, Adam. I'm not sure you need glasses if you're able to see that one down the line, Adam.
Coach Jamie Simpson's chatting with catcher Brendan Hagerman and the other infielders just to decide on next steps.
Looks like Kiwagishig's going to stay in the game for the time being.
Oh. Yeah. Jamie's a school teacher in Cambridge. He's originally from Owen Sound, but now lives in the Cambridge area. Very active in the fast pitch softball community. Comes by that honestly. His dad, Bill, has been around the game for decades. Bill's a barber up in Owen Sound, so if you ever got to get your hair cut, go see Bill. I should probably go see him.
First pitch, runners on first and third, 1 out. Ball outside. See what what Tavistock does here. They got some wheels at first. Sending the runner, and he's up there, in with no throw. Pitch on the way from Kiwagishig.
Oh my goodness. Right off the bucket, Ryan.
Hopefully he's okay. Looked like he almost ducked down into that one. Unfortunate.
Seems to be okay. I know there's been some spirited battles between these two teams, but that most certainly was an accidental hit by pitch.
Just watching the replay. Might have just clipped him in the shoulder enough before it hit his helmet to slow it down, but he looks like he's okay. Takes his base. And base is loaded here. It's 1 out for Noah Baker.
up here. Come on. Come on here.
Snap throw down to first. He's back in time.
Dial it, let's go. 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1 count, Noah Baker. An opportunity to blow things wide open here for the Tavistock Merchants. The base is loaded and 1 out. That one misses up in the zone. Ball 2. 2-1 count. Kiwagishik sets, delivers. Baker swings through it for strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Brother Thomas urging Noah on. Little brotherly support here.
The 2-2 pitch on the way from Kiwagishik. Misses up for ball 3.
Last few changeups really haven't been fooling anyone, Ryan.
We've sat back on a couple of them, and a couple have been up in the zone. See if he can blow one by him here for strike 3. This is down and away for ball 4. Looks like we might see that change now.
Now
Adam.
batting the third baseman, number 49, Thomas Baker.
Looks like that change is going to happen. Kiwagishik's going to leave the game. Mac Fisher will enter to throw.
We're going to say this pitching change is brought to you by Durant Barristers. Aaron Durant has been a committee member since the National Carp Committee got formed, and a real respected member of the legal community here in the Ottawa area. So thanks to Aaron and Durant Barristers for their continued support of fast pitch softball and the under-23 men's national tournament here in Carp.
While we're at it, Adam, we may as well give a thanks to Cortiva Agri-Science, Goldie Moore, Cookie Jar, and the Septic Store for supporting the U23 men's nationals here in Carp. These events aren't, they don't just happen, and we need all the support we can get, whether it's volunteers, committee members, and certainly sponsorship. A lot of fans in the stands lining the outfield fences today. Weather has certainly turned itself around from the early game this morning between Quebec and Newfoundland. I'm just trying to hear the changes here. Didn't quite follow all the change that home plate umpire Andrew Godin was announcing.
Defensive team for Owen Sound, now pitching, number 29, Mac Fisher.
Mac Fisher in, I think Brady Hogue stays in right field. We'll sort that out for you. Either way, Mac Fisher is now pitching. Finds himself in a difficult spot to come into with the bases loaded and 1 out. Thomas Baker looking to continue his hot day at the plate, and he rips one into right. 2 runs will score. And Noah Baker advances to third. First pitch swinging. He ripped it into right. Owen sounds appealing. The runner didn't touch second. Appeals unsuccessful. The 2 runs will count. And Thomas Baker is having himself a day, Adam.
Now batting, the catcher, number 22, Calvin Monroe.
He is indeed, Ryan. He's been at the plate 3 times. He's 3 for 3 with a homer, and he's smashed in 5 runs. So a pretty successful day at the plate for Team Ontario member Thomas Baker.
And a stolen base to boot.
The Baker speed's well renowned, Ryan.
So Calvin Monroe is at the dish.
1 strike.
Runners at second and third. Still just the 1 out. Mac Fisher trying to stop the bleeding, and that one's fouled off into Hagerman. He's going to go for a little walk here, and I think it got him in the knee or the thigh.
Haggern's being attended to by the Owen Sound trainer. Looks like he's trying to walk it off. Looks like Hagerman might be coming out, Ryan.
Looks like he might be, you're right.
Coach Simpson's coming over to make a change, so.
Looks like James Martell might be going into second. And I can't remember who was at second for them. Mitch McComb might be sliding into catch. Does have McComb as catcher infielder here in our trusty program, so if you're ever unsure, $5 well spent, as we said earlier. So, looks like Mitch McComb will be moving from second into catch, and James Martell will be coming onto the field to play second base. So 17 is out, which is Brendan Hagerman. 10 is in, which is James Martell. And I think Mitch McComb will be sliding into catch once he gets some gear on. He's got his gear on. Jogging down to home plate.
That was a pretty quick change, Ryan. James Martell that came into the game, Ryan. He plays for Owen Sound, but he's actually lives closer to this area. He's from Augusta, I believe, just north of Brockville, about an hour south of here, give or take.
Came out of the Napanee program, and I think I know last year he was playing on the baseball team at Carleton. Not sure what happened this year, but...
Defensive changes for Owen Sound. We have number 17, Brendan Hagerman, coming out of the game. Number 10, James Martell at second base. And number 11, Mitch McComb catching.
Runners at second and third. First pitch swinging by Calvin Monroe here. Tag. Throw comes in right on the money. No hesitation there from Brady Hogue to gun it home. Keeps the runner at third.
Now batting the first
wise
baseman,
decision there by Noah Baker
Monroe
to stay put. Second out. Brett Monroe at the plate.
This is the 9th batter of the inning for Tavi.
First pitch swinging again. Pushes it over the shortstop's head.
Wow.
And that one... Throw in from left is airmailed off the top of the backstop. And that might be the mercy run.
That's the 10-run rule that just came into effect there, Ryan, with that hit.
And that's the ball game, folks.
That made it 11-1, so it's final.
Great day at the plate for the Tavistock Merchants. They take the final 11-1 over the Owen Sound Selects. Winning pitcher, Ty Boyd, giving up only the 2 hits and 1 run. Losing pitcher, Wade Kiwagishig, with relief from Mac Fisher. Tavistock Merchants had 11 hits, 11 runs, and get the W here in the what we'll call the undefeated game between 2 4-0 teams. Adam?
So that puts Owen Sound at 4 wins and a loss, and puts Tavi at 5 wins and no losses. There is a reseeding round tomorrow, so both teams will have an opportunity to achieve the first place slot as far as going into the playoffs
the final score
on Saturday.
For game 17 was Tavistock 11.
Coming up next on Diamond 1 in the broadcast will be game 19 between Newfoundland Labrador Physio & Co. and the Saskatchewan Delisle Pride at 6 o'clock. I believe we are both signing off for the day. Is that correct?
At 6 o'clock between
That's it.
We will. I believe there's somebody beyond for the next 2 games. If not, we will see you again tomorrow.
Thanks for putting up with us.